In this generation, if somebody offers you $100 million, what you gonna say? Everyone is saying yes. Don't even lie. But Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed turned down $140 million streaming deals. For some of y'all, that's like, wow. To me, that's life-changing money. But to them, they avoided the biggest mistakes in their career. Let's break it down. So for y'all that don't know, a streaming deal is a deal that, Rumble offers you. There's a lot of new streaming platforms that are trying to grow their fan base, like Twitch. Just like think of Twitch, but other platforms, right? They're trying to grow their fan base, so they try to get like super big streamers like Kai, Aiden, iShowSpeed to come into the new platform in order to, make it more popular and generate more money. So they offer these guys 140 million. Yo, those are professional contracts. Like you got people in the NBA that don't make that. You got people in the NBA that don't make that. You got people in every sport around the world that don't make that. But everything comes with a but. Kai's gonna break it down for you. In this video, Kai breaks it down. Like, look what he says. Look what he says. Look, he says it, everything right here.
The reason why I ultimately chose to be on Twitch is because I don't like to sign anything.
Exactly.
That has control over my
Streaming, there you go. You feel me? You feel me? So what he's trying to say is, when you sign these deals, this deal is like, you gotta stream for a certain amount of hours. Like, in the deal, he probably would have had to stream for like 5 hours, 6 hours. In the stream, he could have done whatever, but he can't do whatever because he's part of that. So once you're part of an entity, right? You can't say, for instance, go shoot a movie, which is probably what he was thinking about. Like, damn, if I'm with these guys and they're telling me how to control my community, how to control my streams, I can't do what I want to do. Maybe that platform doesn't like, you see how he brought Kevin Hart in? Maybe that platform doesn't like Kevin Hart, so he couldn't have done that. You feel me? So that's what having those big contracts and big amount of money entails. It comes with. No one's gonna give you $140 million for nothing. Feel me? Look at what iShowSpeed had to say about this.
Obviously, like, it's a lot of money, but
Nah, it is a lot of money. 140 mil is crazy.
it's like,
You feel me?
dropping money.
Nah, it is. It is. You see the buck. Exactly. It comes cons with that. So what he's trying to say is this. Look, when you move platforms, right? Say for instance, you move from Twitch to Rumble, right? Like Aiden Ross did. We're gonna get to him in a little bit. You lose audience. Like 30% of your audience doesn't transfer with you. Only the real ones are gonna go with you. Because say you're a viewer and you're accustomed to watching stuff and doing stuff in one app, it's gonna be very hard for your brain to adjust to want to do it in another app. Even if you mess with who you're watching, on average, streamers or content creators who change from a platform to another platform lose 30 to 50% of their viewers. 30 to 50%. 50% is half. You're losing half of your viewers if you transfer to another streaming service or another site, or if you transfer laterally somewhere else. That's a bag. That's a lot of people that you're missing. Plus, he's also talking about the cons of control. Again, like I said with Kai, you can't do everything you want to do. Like for instance, Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross took a bag, but look at him. Aiden Ross is not lit anymore. Aiden Ross's last video was having Jason Love and Adam 22 fighting. Like, Aiden Ross was that guy. He used to do his thing. He was popping. It used to be Aiden Ross, Kai Cenat, and iShowSpeed, top 3. Now it's very clear Aiden Ross is not on their level anymore. He sold out. And he sold out for the bag, which, what do you think? Do you think that was valid? Or do you think he should have just kept doing his thing? He was still going to get the bag how he was going. What you think? I also would have turned it down. Be careful. I might get there soon. But for real though, I would have turned it down because let's really think about this. If they took the 140 million that they were offering them, that's like rappers. You see how rappers get these huge amount of money up front? They give them a lot of money up front, right? But those rappers don't own anything except for the cash that they got out at the beginning. You know, their down payment, what they got up front. They don't own their rights to their music. They don't own masters. They don't own anything. Essentially, rappers don't even own their own. They don't own their own music. The label owns their own music. The only thing they own is their name. That's it. Everything else that makes money, like if a rapper blows up on YouTube, gets 3 million views on YouTube, they make very to little money from that. Because the label owns everything. They're just essentially there. They're the face. You feel me? They're the face. But the label owns everything. And that's what Kai and I Show Speed would have been if they would have transferred to another thing, another Twitch platform or another streaming platform. They just would have been the face. They wouldn't have owned nothing because that streaming service would have had full control of what they could say, what they could do, which would have been terrible for the culture. That's literally selling out. You're selling out because they're telling you what to say. They're telling you what you can't say. They're telling you who you could have. It's full control. You have no control because you chose the money. You know what I'm saying? Do you get that perspective? If you choose the money, the streaming platform has all control over what you can say, what you can post. Everything. You can't even collab with some people. You can't even do a commercial here. You have no control over streaming or what you want to do because you took the money. So essentially, I agree. I would have turned it down, which is crazy to say because $100 million is crazy. That's life-changing money. So a lot of people aren't even going to touch $100 million in their lifetime. That's tough. This ties to the next point. What do you value more? Do you value freedom, exclusivity, freedom of speech, freedom to do whatever you want, or do you value the money more? Because I'm not gonna lie to you, Aiden Ross took 100 mil, and $100 million is crazy. That's life changer. You're changing your life, you're changing your family's life, you're changing your dog's life, you're changing your grandparents, dog's parents' lives. Like, that's how real that money is. Aiden Ross took it, but do you see his relevance? Is he relevant? Do you see Aiden Ross the same? You feel what I'm saying? He's not the same. Aiden Ross is just, he's controlled now. He can't be himself. You don't even see him doing the foo-foo zesty stuff anymore. I guess the streaming platform said, hold on, you gotta chill with the zest. But look at Kai. Kai was like, you know what? He said it smartly though. He thought about it. Look, in 2 years, they're gonna give me this money, right? But Kai could come back to streaming and do a commercial with Nike tomorrow, do a movie with Kevin Hart, go to the Grammys, sing in the Super Bowl, go with I Show Speed to Africa, go to Antarctica if it exists, and do all that, and he would make the money. So if you really think about it in the long term, now we're really thinking like we're investors right here, right? Because we're thinking like Warren Buffett. I just learned who that was, feel me? We're thinking like Warren Buffett now. You're thinking for the long game, he would make more money being free. Choosing freedom, he would make more money than selling out. You know, they say selling out once you make it out the hood, but yeah, instead of selling out and giving himself up, he would make more money just being by himself, being solo, just like he's doing. You know, feel me? Did you feel that though? I think that went over your head. Yo, rewind the video 30 seconds so you can see what I said. Because that's really big right there. He stays solo. He's going to make way more money than he would have if he would have took the deal. Which is crazy to say because just to stay solo and make that amount of money is crazy. Those guys are the GOATs. I can't even lie to you. Those guys really did it. Shout out to them. They paid the wave. They paved the way. No cap. In conclusion, for y'all young boys, would you rather take 100 million and disappear? Or would you rather grind for less and stay relevant forever? Real question. I need you to answer that in the comments. Me personally, I don't know what I would do because 100 million and disappearing, or it doesn't sound bad at all. You have 100 mil. That's the argument of, would you rather be rich or famous? Would you rather be rich that nobody knows you, or would you rather be famous that everybody knows you but you're not as rich? You know, that's a tough argument. I don't know what I would choose to be 100 with you. To be 100 ball with you, I don't know what I would choose. What would you choose, though? I don't know. That's tough. Rich, unknown, or famous, but with less money? What would you choose? That's a tough situation. Real tough. Birdman hand rub. I thought about it. I think I would. I don't know if I could sell out like Aiden Ross. I can't lie. I always got to keep true to the hood. I got to keep the hood and the community with me. So I don't think I could sell out for the bread. I ain't gonna lie. I think I'd rather just choose to grind and stay relevant with my guys, grind the community, keep it pushing, than take the money and sell out and do what they tell me to do. You're just like, essentially, you're just a puppet. They're telling you what you can say. What did NWA say? Backstage, they try to tell us what we can't say. You feel me? That's what I would do. MWA moment right there. I'm saying, nah. They ain't gonna tell me what to say. They ain't gonna tell me how long I could be on stream for. That's full control over you. Essentially, you're just a slave for the money. So, I don't know, gang. Tell me what you think in the comments, though, for real. Y'all thought I was joking. Nah, I'm for real. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. But la mezcla, man, that's the end of the video. La mezcla gang, back with another video. Hey, consistent la mezcla, consistent la mezcla, consistent la mezcla. We're really uploading videos. We're really doing it. Hey, it's a snowstorm. It was like 4 feet. Y'all, tell me why it's a snowstorm, right? I ordered some DoorDash. I open my door. The guy leaves the DoorDash on top of the snow. By the time I go outside to get the DoorDash, the McDonald's is under the snow. What you think I was finna do? That might be quicksand. I'm not going in that snow. You know what I did? Close that door right back up, because you was not finna catch me in no snow. It's like 3 feet. That's tough. But hey, that's another video again, my guys. Appreciate y'all always watching. Make sure you're liking the videos, man. Make sure you're commenting. Make sure you're subbed. Share this with your granny. Share this with your auntie. Share this with your favorite girlfriend or your second favorite girlfriend. But on the real, man, on the real though, make sure you're safe. If you are in the Northeast, it's a storm. Make sure you're safe. You're doing your thing. You're doing your due diligence, helping around the house. Help the people out. Help the parents out. Don't get too bored. And if you get too bored, make sure you watch these videos on replay. Just keep watching it on replay. I'll make like gang, man. Road to, you know what, man? I be saying road to 2K. Nah, road to 100K. What is we talking about, man? Let's get it, man. Love y'all always. Love y'all, man. Let's run it up, man.